everybody. So welcome back to High School Musical, the series, the review part 2. I just figured it'd be a two-parter maybe, just because like the first video was like 14 minutes long and like I have a lot to say. I apologize about that. I can't help it, and like I really enjoy the show. I just have to keep going on and talking about it. So just to recap, I talked about like the show in general, what it's about, and then a few characters I talked about in depth. Nikki, Ricky, Nini, EJ, and Gina. So now I want to move on to Miss Jen. Miss Jen is played by Kate Wendos, and she is the drama club teacher that in the first episode she made an announcement at the assembly, and like how she realized that like they've been going to the same school where High School Musical had shot at, and they never once done a production of High School Musical, and it hurt her as a millennial. And so that's why she has like this idea of having like this High School Musical play, and they had the auditions and whatnot. And she has a sketchy past. Like apparently, she fudged on her credentials, and so the school board found out about it, and she had to go in front of the school board, in front of the parents, and like the students, they helped Miss Jen to keep her job. They sang Truth, Justice, and songs in our key. And I just find that was very inspirational, because it kind of reminds me of Glee, because of how the Glee kids loved Grocery Store and helped him to stay on board with the Glee Club. So with this show, it's very touching to see that as well. And then like there's an episode where she is passed out, and like she's in this like dream world, and there's a guest star appearance by none other than Lucas Gabriel, who played Ryan Evans in the original High School Musical movies. And so that was very exciting. Like I hope that there'll be more guest appearances from the original cast later on in the series as well, because that was a great treat. Like it's one of my favorite moments in the whole entire season, and it brings us to one of the great songs of the show, Roar of a Lifetime, that was sung by Miss Jen and Ryan, and that was great. And of course, like Carlos gave her a really hard slap to knock her out of it. It's like, oh, nice, Carlos, very nice. And apparently, when she was a background dancer, background actor on the original movie, which we never see her in, I don't remember. And I guess like she was supposed to say this one line, is that the last apple? And apparently the directors and Kenny Ortega cut it out, so she didn't say that line in the movie when it was released. And so I feel like what made the series finale so sweet and heartwarming, and it touches your soul, is during the We All In This Together number. The kids came out and got Miss Jen onto the stage, gave her a tray and an apple so she could say the whole line. And it's like, that's so sweet and touching and very nice. And yeah. But yeah, I really love the We All In This Together number. It's a great way to for them to bow to end the play. Because that is the ending number of the musical anyway, so I feel like Miss Jen, I'm obsessed with her. But yeah, like I mentioned before, she has an obsession with High School Musical, and that's why she really wanted to do that for the play. And I hope that she will decide to do a High School Musical 2 for like season 2, because that'd be great. I'd be so hyped up for that. Yeah, High School Musical 2 isn't like the best. Isn't my favorite High School Musical movie. Like, my favorite ones were High School Musical, the first one, and then the third one. I like the second one because I do like the songs in the second one, but I'm not really into Selma. I'm more into like what's going on in school and all that. So I still hope that for season 2, they do decide to continue on and do a High School Musical 2. That'd be great, you know? Anyways, moving on. Next character I want to talk about is Courtney, who is played by Dara Rini. She's Nini's best friend. She was originally supposed to... I found out she was only supposed to be in one episode. But they liked her so much, they decided to make her build a reticle, a cast reticle. And I think that's a good idea, because, like, everybody's their best friends. So, yeah, I like that. I love her song, Born to be Brave, which she's saying that, to help her best friend Nini to get confidence, because Nini wasn't sure if she could be Gabriella. And so they got into this open mic thing, and Nini was so afraid to perform. And so they talked in private, and then Courtney sang Born to be Brave. And then Nini jumped in, and like then we get to see like the homecoming scene, and it was a great song, a great moment, and like how it is with the episode. By the way, I do plan on doing that song on this channel just because I love that song so much. But yeah, but with the High School Musical, the series episode 2, that's when everybody had gotten that that's how everybody got their roles they're gonna play. And then Courtney ended up taking over the costumes for episode 4. In episode 4, and like she was like, how can there be costumes? Because they're high school students. And Miss Jen was like saying, well, think of it as a period piece. And since this is in 2006, I mean, it's not really a period piece. I mean, their fashion isn't as different as our fashion, and it's still kind of modern, even though it was 13 years ago. But I mean, it's kind of neat. Like, they have costumes for the musical, and seeing Ricky dress up like Troy, that really cracked me up. I really like that. Back to the top. Now I'm going to talk about Carlos, who's played by Frankie A. Rodriguez. So Carlos and Seb, I just have to gush over that because they're gay. And in the episode Homecoming, Carlos asks Seb to homecoming. And Seb, he is playing Sharpay, which again is like OMG, like seriously, a boy playing Sharpay. And it's like, I would have thought he'd be Ryan, but I mean, it makes sense. And like, because he wanted to be Sharpay, I knew that he was gay. And like, there was like some hints like with Carlos liking Seb before this moment. So it's like, yeah, I had a good feeling. But yeah, like Carlos asked Seb for homecoming, and that was like amazing. And then at homecoming, we thought Seb was not going to show up, and so we get to see Carlos dance by himself, and then Ashlyn, who was a good friend, danced with him a little bit, and then Seb appeared, which was like amazing. Like, oh my god. And they danced like so yeah, progression, I swear. But yeah, so that was very exciting. And of course, Carlos's role for High School Musical, he's the choreographer, so he helps everybody dance the way they have to dance from the musical, and I think that's a great job for him. Yeah, I talked about homecoming. I talked about. Yeah, I love that gay ship. Of course, I was watching some videos about High School Musical, and like apparently in the first one it was never clear that whether or not Ryan was gay. But then in the third movie, he ended up being with Kelsey. So it's like I just went along with it because like at the time like I wasn't really much into like advocacy and I wasn't really much into like gay stuff and all that. But I mean, it would have been better. I guess it would have been even more cool if like Ryan would have been gay. But that's how it was back then. Next character I want to talk about is Big Red. He plays by Larry Sebastian, and we never find out his actual name. But I do hope maybe in season 2 we'll find out like his actual name, because I know that right now Big Red is his nickname, going by his hair color, because he's a redhead. He is Ricky's best friend, and he's very supportive in what Ricky wanted to do in this musical. I just love this whole thing with Big Red and Ashlyn, especially in the end credits for the series finale, when like you see Big Red tap dancing on stage, and then Ashlyn was holding the box of flowers that he had sent her, and she was like, I have a lot of questions. And then she just dropped the box, and then they kissed. Like, oh my goodness, like that was great too. I mean, not as great as Ricky and Nini's kiss, but it was still great because it was 2 lip kisses in a single episode, and then like a kiss on the cheek with Carlos and Seb in that same episode. Like, oh, exciting! I'm such a fan girl. I know. But yeah, Big Red is also friends with Nini, so it's like it caused a lot of trouble since Nini and Ricky were broken up. But yeah, and now like with Ashlyn, she plays by Julia Lester, and her character is playing Miss Dobris, which took me by surprise because I thought that she would be Kelsey. But I really like how they take these characters and instead of like giving us what we thought they would be, having them to be different than what we expect them to be. Because like it's okay to be Miss Dobris. Like if you may appear to be more like Kelsey, it's okay to mix it up. It's good to mix it up. I feel like she's very talented, and I would love to be as talented as she is. I feel like she's one of those characters that's super talented on the show. I really loved it. We all in this together performance. Yeah, it was different. And of course, like I mentioned before, I hate Ricky's mom because like she is the worst. Like, who would bring a boyfriend that you have just recently dated to be at your son's play? Like, who does that? Like, come on. I can see why Ricky got distracted and wanted EJ to fit in for him as Troy. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this 2-part review. I'm sorry that I talk way too much, and I hope you do watch the series. If you haven't already, I'm sorry about the spoilers, but I can't help myself. I don't know how to do reviews without giving away spoilers because that's kind of tricky. I mean, I'm sure I could do that, but it's kind of tricky. But anyways, I hope I do get. I also want to watch High School Musical, the series, with Josh. Hopefully in February when he's here. For then, and like after when I put this video up, I do plan on making up more videos, more cover videos on my channel that has to do with their songs, from the show, and like hopefully I can do a few songs with Josh on his channel, also in February. So see you next time, and sorry if this is a long video. Bye, everybody, take care.